Good day, internet people! You didn't do it.
I didn't know I was supposed to do it.
Do it now.
I know.
Do it now.
Do it now.
We've got Tom here and he's going to do it now.
Good day, internet people.
Yay!
I know. I'm not an actor. I'm not a thespian.
So
I'm something that ends in Ian.
That's my name.
finally back in the merry old land.
Oh wait, it's Merlin.
Yeah, I'm finally back in the merry old land of Leicester, and I'm able to do a Dark Regular deck profile because Dark Regulars are cool.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Right, start things off. Nice and quick. We'll just the starter is well played on as he's silly.
Yeah.
Generation break 1, counter blast 1, appointment to soul charge 2, and if you have 6 or more in soul, draw a card. Triggers 4 draw Hysteric Shirley, because you know soul charge 1, it's always good. 8 crits. I just like the Blitz Fitter over the one-eyed succubus, the shower up specific one, so oh well. And then 4 heals using the good old Alice of Night Melon. Very pretty, very pretty. Grade 1s, 4 perfs, 5 breaker.
Which perf? What does it do?
G-perf, the unflipper one.
Oh, it's your flipper.
Yeah.
Is it unflips the damage?
Not,
The unflips
yeah.
the damage if you have one in the drop zone.
Yeah.
2 succubus of
These
pure
ones.
love, the drop for stride. They're being very immature about a picture of a big tree man.
Durfu, like, he's all like, yo, look at my ball.
Yeah, he's kind of got that.
Speaking of balls, here's during the thruster. 4 copies.
Old
'cause
school Doreen.
Old school Doreen. We're not going with any of that rare crap. Plus 3,000 whenever a card goes into your soul. Standard.
Standard. Harsh.
4 copies of Dimension Creeper. Soul Blasting from your soul, soul charge 2. Just gets you more soul and more power, and more soul is more power, and
That's
yeah.
what you want.
Grade 2s, 4 copies of Squallmaker Vampire.
What?
Just to be nice and edgy.
Just to be nice and edgy, yeah. She kind of looks like Lightning from Final Fantasy 13, so she's cool.
But good.
She's good. GB1, Count Blast 1 when she's boosted, and she's attacking with Vanguard. Soul charge 2, and she gets plus 5k. The soul charge 2 is more important here, but hitting for like a 21k column with anyone is always fun.
Nice.
3 copies of the new card from GBTO
Something.
7.
We don't even know anymore.
Don't even know. Doppel Vampire. Running 3 copies of him. Darkness, so whenever a card goes into the soul during your turn, you get put into the darkness state. Because, you know, cool.
Keywords.
Edgy, dark keywords, yay. When you attack Vanguard and you have 6 or more in soul, he gets plus 5k, so he's just a nice beat stick.
Yeah.
But if you have 15 in soul, he becomes Silent Tom. Yay.
You can almost be a grand
You
blue
needed a
card, couldn't
14k silent Tom.
14k Silent Toms.
you? Yep.
It's there.
How easily do you get 15 in the soul?
Quite easily.
Very, very easily now.
4 copies of Flying Librarian.
She was a promo, right?
She was a promo. She's so much fun. 8k grade 2, because, you know, whatever. Good means. GB1. Count last 1 when she's placed on the rearguard circle. If you do, soul charge 2. If you have 6 or more cards in your soul, you draw a card. And if you have 10 or more, you get to unflip a damage.
Cheap.
So soul charge 2. Soul charge 2, draw a card for free.
This is the thing about Vanguard now. So many cards are basically free for crazy
Yeah.
effects. But everything used to have a proper cost.
The last set I played to Vanguard was now.
Grade 3s.
Probably about the time Legion came in.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
we do not speak of Legion. Legion was not fun.
Yeah, I played the Witches. That was the last thing I played.
Shower Up
It's
Vampire.
still quite good.
Yeah, it's fine.
GB2, if you have 6 or more in soul, you get plus 10k, and if you have 10 or more, you get a crit.
Standard.
You're never going to really be using
And he
him
also
on
looks
the...
super edgy too.
He's super edgy. You should see the next one, like one who is steeped in sin, Shara. It's like, oh yeah.
Is that his stride?
Yeah. Count last 1, when your G unit strides over him, you can soul charge 2, and if you have 6 or more in soul, when the unit attacks, your opponent chooses one of the rearguards and retires it. So a bit of rearguard pressure. Then the final, the big boss that I like because he's fun,
Edelweiss.
No Adel. We have to let some cards have a chance. We can't just play Edelrose in every deck, even though I totally would.
Stupid card.
How many times did I beat you with those
Stupid
cards?
card.
Yeah!
Blade Wing Sullivan.
Sullivan!
9k Vanguard.
When you place on Vanguard cycle, you get to choose one of your rear guards and search your deck for up to 3 of the cards with the same name, so like Reiji, and put it into your soul. You go for Dimension Creeper, because then you get to do crazy things with him, which is fun.
Would that work to search out 3 of your new perf if you had the new perf, and then just put them all in your hand?
I guess so.
Dirty.
But his big thing is, when you have 15 cards in your soul, he gets a continuous ability of all of your guardians get plus 10,000 shield. And at the end of the battle where he's attacked, you soul blast 2. So basically, you want to be having 19 cards in your soul to be able to actually defend against 3 attacks cheaply.
That's kind of cool. I like that it's a bit more like defensive.
It's a defensive one.
That's kind of cool.
We finally get a defensive card that can actually stand up to some of the strides. So
What's that Gold Paladin guy?
Garglet.
Garglet, yeah.
Superior call on the enemy attack and all that.
But he's better.
That sounds better though.
Yeah.
That sounds a lot better.
He gets to turn like 1 10k shield into 20. So
Garglet forces you to run the old
He's also
style
edgier than
perfs as
Garglet.
well, so you can't flip when you use Garglet.
Now we're in the merry land of 16 G units now, so this takes a bit longer. We go with the breeze. Stops your opponent from trying to grade 3 locking you.
Yeah, because they saw a problem with the game and they papered over the cracks.
Because ripples still suck, guys.
These with this whole like kind of generic clan that you can use is starting to look very Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
These generic extra
Colourless
cards.
monsters.
Yeah, like
Kiss Kill Lyra, because she's still good. When she hits, Soul Charge 2, and if you have 6 or more, draw a card.
that outfit makes no sense.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. But that's if you know that. If you know they've got a perfect guard, you can instead go with Irregulars, Mask of Demonic Frenzy.
How are you guaranteeing they haven't got a perfect guard?
I'm not. But if you know they've got a perfect guard, then you go into this guy because he soul charges 2 when he attacks, as opposed to when he hits, like Kiss Kill Lyra. And this guy kills a rear guard as well. So
why would you not use 2 of him over 1 of each?
Because drawing cards is good.
Oh, that one draws a card too.
That one draws a card. That one kills a guy.
I heard drawing cards is good in card games.
Card draw? What is this?
When he attacks Vanguard and you're in darkness, you may soul charge 2. If the number of cards in your soul is 6 or more, when he hits, your opponent chooses one of his rear guards and retires it. And if the number of cards in your soul is 15 or more, he gets plus 1,000 for each card in your soul until the end of the battle. So he's alright as a finisher as well. But you're going to use him as a first or second, maybe.
I think it has a lot of card text these days.
Yeah.
The font's got a lot smaller.
And all the G units all have the stride, and this is how you stride.
Oh, do they still have the explanation? That kind of
They still have all the explanation ones. For Gilderay, because a
King of Edge.
a 36k 2 crit glory skill with triple drive is fair. Yeah, you flip one of him. Gets plus 10,000 if you have 10 or more cards in soul, and if you have 15, he gets the glory maelstrom skill if your opponent can't go grade 1s to rear guard to guardian circle, and if you have 2 or more face up cards in your D zone, he gets a crit. He's fun. Final one, to go with the Blade Wing Sullivan, we got 4 copies of Wings of Annihilation, Blade Wing Tybalt.
Blade Wing who?
Blade Wing Tybalt.
You know that really terrible planeswalker.
Tybalt was actually pretty funny. Let's be fair, he was a 2-mana planeswalker.
He
can't
cool.
complain. So when he's placed on the Vanguard circle, if you have a card with Blade Wing in its card name as your heart, you get to put your drop zone into your deck. Then if you have 15 cards in soul, you get the continuous ability of all of your rear guards in your front row get plus 10,000 power, and if you don't, you soul charge 5. So soul charge 5 or get plus 10k power. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's
and
all
you
good.
recycle your entire drop zone.
Which one do you find you do the most out of the 2 effects?
Well, you
will be on 15 when you lose.
No,
won't you?
when you're using him to get the 5 soul most of the time,
Just to finish
to
off.
then fuel Sullivan, who then is able to defend against pretty much everything that they throw at you. So then you can eventually.
So this isn't a stride every turn deck.
Well, it kind of is, but obviously...
But you have options.
He's defensive, so he
So if you haven't got your stride, you've actually got a pretty good way of...
Yeah, you've still got... All the rear guards can soul charge too.
Yeah.
Or have really good pressure. So obviously, the thing is, if you've got 15 cards in your soul, when you would rather just go into him to just get the glory crit.
He's pretty funny.
Gilderay will always be one of those ones that's just too good. So then we'll go and we've got 5 cards. We've got 5 G Guardians. You can only use 4, but having the option...
It gives you the options.
The options are always good.
You got Dismal in there.
Yeah. You got 3 False Dark Wings Agrat Bat Malat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, say that again.
Agrat Bat Malat.
While drunk.
Very Narukami.
I was thinking Neo Nectar meets...
She's another succubus.
I don't know.
Yeah,
green on her.
Yeah, those green.
Yeah, it's the green that's throwing me.
Actually, a very pretty card.
It is quite nice.
The Dark Irregulars artwork has been very good in the recent sets.
They should just print the cards with no text on them. Just be like, yep, forget the rules, just have the cards.
So when she's placed on the Guardian Circle, you can soul charge 2, and if you have 6 or more cards in your soul, she gets plus 5k shield, so she becomes 20k just by soul charging 2.
That's fair.
Obviously, with Sullivan, if you happen to have like the 15 cards in soul, she'll go up to 20. She'll go up to a 30,000 shield, and then soul blast 2, which is paid for by her soul charge 2. So that's good. Got 3 of them because she's
big numbers are good in this game.
Yeah, she fuels Sullivan better. But there is also 2 copies of Nighttime Gentleman Saint Germain
Nighttime Gentleman.
Nighttime Gentleman.
That is the nicest way I've ever heard anyone say the word pimp.
Well, you know what they say, no harm shall befall the beautiful.
Oh god. He's a pimp.
He is.
I mean,
has he got a
pimp,
feather
right?
in his hat?
He's protecting the little lady there whilst opening up some sort of whilst opening up some sort of dark vortex.
Of pimpiness.
He's also an edgy bishy, so you know, cool story. His G Guardian skill is if you have 10 or more cards in soul when he's placed on the Guardian Circle, he gets plus 10,000 shield, so he becomes a 25k or a 35,000 shield with him. Yeah. And then you may choose any number of your units, and they all get resist. Your Vanguard, your Rear Guard, your Guardian Circles if you're against a Die Kaiser deck, all get resist.
So this is that kind of thing where they can't be targeted, right?
Yeah. But also, obviously, if you're up against good old Phantom Blaster Diablo...
Or Link Joker or whatever.
It could be bad.
Do not care.
But,
Get Phantom Blaster Diablo, that's a bad thing.
Yeah, but then again, we can still G-Guard against Diablo.
Yeah, G-Guards have changed things quite a lot.
Yeah. It's a good mechanic, but at the same time, it's
only had to happen because the power creep's too real.
Power creep is too real.
That's how you sell boxes, though.
How you sell boxes.
That's how you sell boxes.
Moral of the story.
That and waifus.
Oh yeah, waifus.
That's why they made Grand Blue waifu as well.
Oh, come on! Come on.
So yeah,
speaking of waifu, I hear there's a Final Fantasy card game coming out.
Yeah, there is, yeah.
So yeah, that's the...
It's been out in Japan for a while, I think, but it's finally got...
One thing I am completely surprised about is that they reprinted Doreen the Thruster and then didn't release a G-Break 7k plus 3k when you put a card in soul. It seems like most of the time they've ever done a reprint, they've instantly made it
obsolete.
Yeah. But the new Doreen's are still...
It's because they want people to run it because she's still oomph.
She's still oomph. So obviously the whole point of this deck is survive. You can with Tybalt and Sullivan, you can deck out an Oracle Think Tank player, which I have done before. It's so much fun.
And then if you get the opportunity to push, you see the hands getting a bit low, you go into Gilderay.
You get the Gilderay. The options are insane in this deck, which is why I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously with recycling our drop zones, you get to recycle the heal triggers to then, which is why I'm not too bothered about running 3 and 2, because then you're more likely to get your heal triggers and you get to choose.
Before I knew about that recycling guy, I went against this one girl at a tournament, and she was using
a girl at a tournament?
Yeah, it's a Blade Wing deck, and I thought she's going to deck herself out in a minute. She's only got like 2 cards, she can't even twin drive, and then she's using this skill, and it's like my entire drop zone goes back, and it's nearly all triggers, and I'm just like,
yeah,
okay, didn't know that could happen.
with Tybalt and Sullivan, you can more often than not outlast most opponents.
Yeah.
The only ones is when things like Nova Grapplers that can force out like 5 or 6.
And Angel Feather recycling stands for days.
Yeah. Any more than 3 attacks a turn.
Stands now?
Angel Feather's got 2 recyclable stands, and they're ridiculous.
And they've got that recyclable heal, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, basic gist of it is and obviously with power creep, even 10k extra shield isn't necessarily going to save you nowadays. But theoretically, I mean, yes, you can.
It can
survive.
help, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, dropping 2 10k shields and getting like a 51k Vanguard is always good.
That's almost enough to guard against most attacks now.
Yeah.
Almost.
Which is why I really like this deck, because it's able to just outlast a lot.
Remember when 16 was the magic number?
I remember
Now it's 50.
I when Alpha hit 20 and it was terrible.
Remember when people were running cross rides and their 8k vanillas just hit 21?
Now, to be fair though, using the cross ride now that gets the 13k base defense, it actually works really well still.
True.
Because people they attack with their rear guards for like 11
Unfortunately, we're into that whole situation of you then have to run something bad, which is why I don't like the new Reiji. New Reiji's bad. New Reiji's bad. We don't like him. Anyway,
Reiji.
The new Blade
right.
Reiji.
Reiji was always bad.
Reiji was always bad. Sullivan's the better one.
Now I want a new Aleph for Kagero. Counterblast 4 plus 3 and a crit. Yeah, that'll do.
Come on, Adel Rose Strike.
I wasn't good at DTA 1.
No.
Okay, well, I think we're rambling a bit.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I think that'll do.
Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Goodbye, internet people.
Throw him a kiss, Merlin. Come on. I'll tell you what. Can you hear on the camera?
No.
Ah.
Aw, aren't you nice?
We love you. Bye.
Bye.